What are you guys doing here? Don't worry, I'm not really taking a shower, but I am thinking about water and how water can wipe us clean, how refreshing it is, how good it feels when we come out of a shower and we feel alive, anew, renewed, ready to face a new day. And today we're talking about baptism. And so our fresh word today is all about how we can be renewed in baptism, renewed in the waters. So let's get wet. There's just something about water, that cleansing, refreshing water. The waters of life that remind us of the waters that were stirred across the sea as the wind was blown with creation. As we celebrate baptism and remember Jesus' baptism, we might also think about our own. Christians celebrate baptism differently. We observe it differently, but we all believe that baptism is a sacrament. It's the way we enter into our community. It's the way we enter into our faith. So you can get baptized different ways. Some Christians are baptized in a church and they have a little bit of water, and that water is just sprinkled upon their forehead. I was baptized in a church, this church. Well, actually, what you all think of as your Sunday school room right now, Plummer Hall. It used to be our sanctuary, and there, in front of my friends and family, my pastor Fred baptized me with just a little bit of water. In reality, you can be baptized anywhere, but some of us get baptized in a church, and we get baptized by sprinkling. Some people go to large bodies of water to be baptized. They submerge themselves into the water and come up drenched by the waters, renewed in them. This kind of baptism is called baptism by immersion, as they immerse themselves into the water. You can go to a lake, or you can go to an ocean, or you can go to a river. And sometimes people get baptized in the ocean, the expansive universal ocean, reminding us of the expansive universal love of our God. Here I am, down by the riverside. And after all, that's where Jesus' story began, down by the riverside. It's where he met up with John the Baptist at the River Jordan. Now, this river looks a little bit smaller than the River Jordan, but it reminds us of where Jesus' ministry began. He waded into the water where John the Baptist was waiting to submerge him into the waters. And when he came back up, a dove descended, the Spirit of God alighted upon him, and he heard that voice say, "This is the beloved, with whom I am well pleased." Now, our baptism story might be a little different, but it's nice to think about how we might be renewed in the waters as well, how we might begin our ministry or recommit to our ministry again as we submerge ourselves into these waters, to begin again, baptized, loved, renewed, refreshed, and re-energized to get some work done. And God says to you, and God says to me, "Beloved, I am well pleased. Now get to work and change the world." Since we believe in one baptism, you don't have to get baptized over and over again in the ocean, in a river, or sprinkled. But you might think about how every time you immerse yourself in water, you can remember your baptism and remember that God gives us a new opportunity every day to start our lives again, refreshed and renewed. And each time we submerge ourselves in water, we remember that we have been baptized by the waters of love, a part of the creation of all that is, beloved by a God who calls us and knows us by name. So, Time for me to keep it fresh. Oh, be sure to head off to Sunday school with Myrna or catch it online with Martha.